having so much shit to do, but not enough time to do it. And so I'm really sorry about that, but I'm back because I've been trying to get more active lately. So now that I have all this free time, I'm gonna get started with this. First of all, here I am, I'm playing Orwell, and this is a new indie game that's come out recently, and it's based off of the novel 1984 by George Orwell, hence what this game is named after. And if you've read that book, awesome, then you know the reference, you're essentially Big Brother. If you haven't read that book, I highly recommend you do, it's great, especially if you like dystopian novels. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a new profile for this game. I have played this before, and what I'm going to try to do is kind of give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough for the first, second, and third episodes, one by one, and give you an idea of how to get some of the achievements in this game, because it can be a little tough. So let's go ahead and create a new profile. Okay, who do I want to be? I want to be... He's kind of pretty. Yeah. I'll be him. He's cool. What should I name him? I'm gonna name him... I'm gonna keep my name. I don't want to be racist. In fact, let me just put this girl. This is my normal profile, and this is gonna be me now. The sadder looking version of her. So let's do it. Alright. No email address, and I'm going to agree to the following terms: that my actions may severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation, the country this game takes place in, that I will work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my belief, and while working, I will adhere to the laws and jurisdictions of the nation. Sure, no problem. Let's do it. And I am ensuring the safety of the nation's people by being the NSA, conducting surveillance and stalking everyone, you know, because that's always fun. Getting to stalk people, do some shit. It's a really interesting game, I gotta say. So here we have the intro. I'm not doing any of this. I really wish I was, because that would be so cool if I could just stalk everyone in action. Yep, just checking if anyone's got a police record. Let's see, my friend Jesus just messaged me. Sorry, Jesus, I'm too busy stalking these good old citizens of the nation. This chick with blue hair really sticks out, doesn't she? What about you? Aha! Blue hair, you stick out in more ways than one. We got a record. And she just got on a bus. The bus is leaving. We don't know what just happened with that bus because we switched cameras. And there's a couple snuggling by the fountain. That's always cute. That's not cute. That's not cute at all. Fountain just blew up. That girl just died. I'm pretty sure that couple died. They were right next to it. Alright. So, that happened. Episode 1. The clocks were striking 13. This is actually available as a demo you can download for free on Steam if you want to try it out. I'm going to give you an idea of which achievements you can get from this. So this is Symes. He's our advisor on this program that we're doing while we conduct our little NSA surveillance to stop terrorism for the people. So, first of all, we start by using the reader. And this is going to allow us to be able to kind of take a look-see at what we got going here. First, let me answer my friend's message that I am currently streaming to YouTube. Let's see if I can get him to view my little channel over here. It says my stream's offline. That's weird. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, back. Let's get out of this. Yeah, I'm streaming now. Let me see. There I am. Let me share this. Yep, gonna share this little linky link. Let me go back to my game and share it with you. Yeah, here you go. Check me out. Shine me out, Jesus. Let's see his reaction in a bit. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the headlines. This is the equivalent of the New York Times, and we're just gonna browse it real quick, kind of get an idea of the context for the story. I like how they have these little ads in the side. It's a good day to fall in love. Be singular. So cheesy. Alright. So here's our... What? No, I'm not. Give me a second while I configure my shit. Okay. Got a live stream going on here. Offline, why? Start your encoder. How do I start my encoder? I got my encoder going on right now. Okay, what? Oh. Well, fail. I just captured that live. Thanks, Jesus. Appreciate that. Okay. Remind me to edit that out later. So that'll be a good little bonus. Alright, so where was I? Anyways, back here. We got some headlines here in the National Beholder. This is the equivalent of the New York Times. We're gonna get some context for the story over here. We just saw this in our little surveillance camera that this thing blew up and people dead. So let's see. We've got a letter, mysterious letter to the police that contains the first 3 stanzas of this German folk song called "The Thoughts Are Free." That's gonna be important later on. We got a little bit of context of what's going on everywhere else. There's some peace negotiations happening, and they're not going very well because there's still violent riots, and it's not good shit. It's pretty bad. And we got an article about this 50 Shades of Grey knockoff called 100 Grey Shadows. They didn't even bother to change the spelling of grey in this. That's awesome. So people are still obsessed with BDSM. If that even involves BDSM, we don't even know. But it's okay. So we're able to take a look at that. And can we look at anything else? These are bookmarks. But nothing else? We just browsed it. Oh yeah, open the unknown person profiler. Here we go. Right. Here we are. This is our profiler. This is where we look for information through this web browser here and we put it into our little suspect that we got. So before this whole fountain thing blew up, or this memorial, so to say, she was at the scene. She had a record on her. She's got blue hair. And now we want to know who she is. So our target, person of interest, is Cassandra Watergate. She's no longer unknown. This is what she looks like. Yeah, pretty much matches up. Alright. Basically, these little things that are highlighted that I'm putting into the profile are called data chunks. I can choose what to include and what not to include. We kind of gotta include the fact that she assaulted a police officer, and that's why we have a record on her. That's not good. Right, and we can access a new document related to it because we included it in the profile. So we'll take a look at that. The report is basically saying that she knocked this officer's lights out, yeah, she was found kneeling and weeping on the group. Gotcha. And she cooperated immediately. I guess she felt pretty bad about it, and now there's an article asking if this same woman is a terrorist. Because she completely went OG on this dude. She went ham, and now, yeah, it doesn't look good. Let's see, she's held in custody, she injured him. is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. Incident occurred during a rampage at Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration. That's also where the bomb totally went off. So that's important. She was there at the scene before. It wasn't her first time. She also got arrested there. And she's against the safety bill. And we also know that she's an artist by profession. And, yep. Oh, we found another document related to this. So, we can go ahead and hit on that. All he is basically saying is that Symes, he gets to see whatever we put into this profile thing here. He doesn't see all the shit that we're reading right here. He's not looking at this. He does see this. So we can include or exclude information into this that he'll see. So let's take a look at her portfolio. Her name is Cassandra Watergate. Let's update her little picture over here. Now she's all happy. Let's give her a smiley face. See, hi, I'm Cassie, colorful inhabitant of Wonderland right behind the rainbow. We can include that her address is Wonderland right behind the rainbow. To disable inappropriate information, all we have to do is just click on disable and it goes gray. We can enable it again, but it's not necessary to say that she's from Wonderland. I'm pretty sure in this new country called the Nation that doesn't exist. She quit her day job to focus on her art career because that happens. And that always works out. Well, it seems to be working out a good bit for her. And, oh, what's this? We got an account. Her util account, which is like the equivalent of an IM account. And now that we have her username, we can stalk her conversations. Because that's what we do. So she's got this little painting of her kitty named Kikiko. It's really cute. And self-portrait over here titled The Businessman's Forgotten Daughter. We can include this or not. It doesn't really make a difference. I've done both. So we can just leave that out if we want to. I'm going to leave it out for now. Right here, she's got this Christmas present art that she made for her darling that shows that she's in a relationship. It looks a little old for her. I mean, how old is she? Like 20-ish? Well, we don't know. She looks like maybe mid-20s, and he looks like he's in his 40s. So you asked me a little old for you, but whatever. You may or may not be a terrorist. Is there anything else I might be missing? It's not gonna let me look at the reader just yet. Okay. So it does want me to include this. Let's see, daughter of entrepreneurs. Alright, that does make a difference. That does. Seek, accounts, contacts. Doesn't say. Where's it? Oh, background. Here it is. What? Doesn't tell us anything? Nothing? We just include it and it doesn't even... I'm not sure if that's a glitch on the game or not. Or maybe I'm just... Okay. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Cool. It's supposed to add to the background, and it didn't add to the background. That is really weird. I just totally discovered this glitch just now, and I recorded it. Man, I feel awesome. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Let's go ahead and let's look at this chat. Hey you. Hey Josie. That's her voice. Can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? You got me, Sherlock. This is her voice. Saw me. Sir. It's taking her a while. I'm in the middle of buying all of Bonton with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. Can't stop me now. Then he's just gonna be like, oh, unknown persons. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. Okay, first of all, this little piece of information right here, this does affect something in the game. And you can get an achievement from leaving this out. If you put this in, I'll show you what's gonna happen, but if you leave this out, you get an achievement later on. But to demonstrate you how this information does affect the game, I'm gonna put it in. So, We say that she stole a credit card from an unknown person. And Simon's just like, what? If you're able to find out who she's talking about, we can lock it for the owner. Oh. This looks like she's talking to Joseph Langley, her attorney. She's a little bit more than friendly. Let's see, we should be able to track the credit card of this Langley down and lock it for him. Done. No, really, no need to thank me. Alright. And we've got the profile. Related person, blah blah blah. Let's see. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You'll have to get this client of yours pretty buzzed to handle all of that business. Alright. Let's see. Party pills from Big Pharma, aka my parents. Okay, that's relevant information because it looks like... Okay, yeah, daughter of pharmaceutical entrepreneurs. That does match up to her little portrait that she was doing earlier. Cool. And that's all we got in the chat session, that we are completely stalking. This is not unethical at all whatsoever. And we got a related article. From her boyfriend. That's a picture of him. Let's see. And all he's talking about is how if it's highlighted in yellow, this means there's information that kind of contradict each other or they're conflicting. And we've got to make a decision of which one to choose. In this case, this is talking about how she was on trial and the case was closed, and says the case was closed being due to a lack of evidence. Whereas this little piece of information is suspicions from the family of the victim who got knocked the fuck out, saying that her rich parents who own Big Pharma probably influenced the outcome in her favor. Because this seems to state a fact, that's what I'm going to put in. Let's see. Yep. And whenever you put it in, the other one just automatically becomes void. You can't undo putting in information into the profile, so you do have to be careful about that later on. So, let's see. Oh, and this guy that she knocked the fuck out is in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. God damn. She's a G, isn't she? A real OG from Big Pharma. Don't fuck with Big Pharma. This is what this game's telling us. Alright, so here's the page of her parents' company, I believe. Pharmaceutical company. You got some people, and we've got our target right here. We can update her little profile picture. This is what she used to look like. Yep, it is actually the same person. She just dyed her hair blue. And it looks like she was is a junior COO. But she did mention that she quit a previous job, so chances are this was the job that she quit. And the National Beholder will continue to give us new articles. Okay, so we know who her parents are. Because it says so in here. And, yep, that's what her parents look like. I don't know if we can add these to their profiles or anything. Nah, we can't. Unless they're a person of interest, we can't really connect them to that thing. Yeah. Right, so let's look in jobs. We mentioned she was a junior COO, and now they're looking for a new chief operating officer to replace the retired, formerly appointed predecessor. That case matches up, because she did quit her job to become an artist. So, we gotta see what made her turn away from this life of, you know, possibly owning this pharmaceutical company and making bank. Well, we've got a few new things. We've got this headline over here saying the crime rate continues to drop because of the safety bill. A little bit of context into the safety bill. Too long didn't read version is that it just makes stricter regulations to where if you have been convicted for a crime, or if you're regarded as potentially dangerous, you have to inform employers about that. So you better keep your rep straight or you're screwed, essentially. And it's been dropping crime rates pretty well. And then you got this Parge's peacekeeping mission going on over here. It's not really relevant to this chapter, but it's relevant later on, and I'll show you that later when we get there. So, this is the party, who is the government, and this is their positions on everything. Here's the people in charge. We've got the Prime Minister, Donald Trump, the Secretary of Economy and Trade. We've got Secretary of Security, Hillary Clinton, and Porn Stash from Orange is the New Black is our Secretary of Defense. Alright. Oh, and if you haven't looked at it, they'll, like, make you scroll through everything. Then, to become a member of the party, you can donate, volunteer, or join the army, because, you know, that's totally how it works. Okay, I looked at all the pages, so now all the stars are gone. So let's take a look at her Facebook page. Because we got her information, we know her name, now we can completely stalk her timeline. So we're able to get a birthday over here. September 13th, 1992. So yeah, she's basically in her 20s. This game takes place in 2017. Her interests are art, music, and activism. Completely go together. She does have a thing for Alice in Wonderland. Alright. Woohoo! First day of freedom, far away from the shackles of Watergate Pharma. Okay, she's celebrating how she quit her job in March 1st, 2017. Let's see. She's got another post. Despised puppets of the state, you have finally managed to destroy us entirely. There is nothing left to do but to congratulate you. These are my personal wishes to you from the deepest abyss of my heart. Fuck all of you government lackeys. Most painfully, Cassandra. Just love how she just capitalizes everything just to make her point so vivid. Sweetie, what is the matter? That totally doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung out for ages. You gotta get out from time to time. You'd feel so much better. Mary, just shut your freaking mouth, okay? I'm none of the mood for your stupid act. I told you again and again, I cannot deal with this right now. Okay, throwing shade over here. She's like, okay, you know what? You bitch. I ain't dealing with your shit no more. So we got this little update with her friend. We can say it's a broken friendship, but we've got some other information that we should look at. Oh, she's in a relationship with her lawyer. That's not surprising. She was all XOXO over him earlier in the chat. And yeah, he got her out of the little trouble she was in. So there's her celebrating the fact that the case is closed. And yep, she dyed her hair. See, here is some information. Here's one of her friends, Juliet Carrington, and she's got an alias, which is Catharsis. And then, let's see what else we got here. This Harrison guy invited her to an activist group. We don't know what it is. We just know she's involved in activism, hence why she's in an activist group. And here's the conflicting information. Is Mary her best friend, or is it a broken friendship? Based on the fact that this took place this year and the other post was in the past, it looks like this is the most recent update, so we can conclude she and Mary aren't friends anymore. Especially with the statement of how, okay, you know what, I'm really sorry that I still care about my best friend no matter how often she decides to give me the cold shoulder, but in that case, that's in the past now. I'm not your friend anymore because you are a massive bitch and I'm not dealing with it. Typical drama. And we can also include this information into her profile that shows that she opposes the government vehemently. Now, I'm going to pause real quick and let you guys know something. This decision, as well as similar decisions, do affect the game later on, and you do get a couple achievements for that. I'll show you guys. Alright, so the two achievements that I've both gotten are Torture Myself with Whimsies, where you show the rebellious side, or Renounce My Sorrows, show the peaceful side. If you include information into her profile that shows that she hates the government, and other information that's going to show later on that she's probably a dangerous person, you get this achievement, Torture Myself with Whimsies. If you show that she's a good person, that she's sort of peaceful, if you don't include anything that might indicate she's dangerous, you get this one. And I'll be able to mention this. So this one will affect showing the rebellious side. Alright, so let's take a look at her chat. With her boo, with her lawyer. Seems like the only crime she's committing is trapping his ass because she's an artist and he's this big ass successful lawyer. She's got to pay for that. She's got to pay for that somehow. Right. So he's asking if sure the bombing. She's like, I have a history with that place. Already fucking me up enough. I have to catch a bus from there every day. We did see in the video that indeed she caught a bus there. And right after she left, kaboom is what happened. She had never gone to that damn protest. Darling. Ah, darling. I love that. I was so happy when Goldfels accepted me into thought. Sounds like the activist group she was invited into when she was accepted by this dude named Goldfels. Who is he? Well, we've got something in the reader, but if we go to the reader and then go back to the chat, it's gonna pause and we'd have to go through this entire thing if we wanted to finally close. So, you're not a terrorist, okay? Ain't I? She sounds southern. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, damn it. What? Oh yeah, remember this? Where we had that she stole a credit card? Card's not working here, can't buy anything, because we locked it. Now, if you don't include the information that she stole a credit card, you get the achievement of I love wine, see no crime in buying a bottle. She's able to buy the wine, everything's all hunky-dory until this part. Guess we'll have to go with that wine then. And he's like, here's the thing. I've got an appointment. I can't fucking English today, for the love of God. Let's see. He's like, I got an important appointment. You gotta be kidding me. I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. Always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment every fucking where. How can you constantly do this to me? Darling, please come down. Have you taken your methrin? Yes, damn it! I think if you include this into the profile, you do get the achievement, the rebellious side achievement. If you don't, later on when you finish this chapter, it does give you the Announce My Sorrows achievement. So, a little guide on that. And she's mad. It's like, do you understand that? And she's all like, fine. Oh my gosh, yeah, when girls do that, all like, fine. Yeah, go ahead, go do your thing, you know. That means they're not okay with it. They're not. They're fucking mad. Let's see. I guess I'm just not an important client anymore. I'm gonna go home in case I get up on that priority list. Yep. That's a thing. Alright. So, putting that drama aside, we're gonna go to the thought page, the activist group page. And let's see, if we try to randomly pick an entry like Metamorphosis, we get an error 403 saying it's forbidden because the article is private. You have to get a link from another site to access it. So, looks like the only post that isn't locked is Cassandra's. Jesus says, fine. Oh, fine. Just because I mentioned that she was mad earlier. Okay. Freedom is unfree. It's cams. Cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me or is it more than just a little bit? Oh no, ironic. All caps to emphasize your point. You probably all know me as either that blue-haired punk bitch, stupid cunt, or anti-governmental terrorist. Okay, we got some strong language here, girl. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Take your methrin that I'm not including in the profile for a reason that I will show you guys later. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. But it looks like that information conflicts with something else, which we will figure out in a little bit. Alright, and she definitely hates the cameras. She hates surveillance. This activist group seems to be against surveillance, against the government for all this camera stuff for the safety bill that they post so much. So, we have a link to one of the other entries, which leads to Goldfells, who accepted her into this group, and it looks like his name is Abraham, but we can't include it in there. Don't know why. We totally should be able to. And hello, we got a German folk song called The Thoughts Are Free, which was the same song / letter that was sent to the police after that memorial at the Freedom Plaza completely blew up. This, if you ask me, is completely suspicious. We got some comments on here, but we have nothing we can highlight and include. But goddamn, if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. Because to me, I would stop targeting her at this point and start looking into this Goldfells fellow just because of this German folk song. That seems to catch a little bit more of my attention than the fact that she caught a bus. This looked like she was just there, even if she did assault a police officer. We're focusing on terrorists. Oh wait, did I miss something? Oh, I didn't click on her page. But we know this is her. We even have her same contact in there. And Goldfells. No contact. See, this guy is sketchy as fuck. Come on. Anyways, going back to her Facebook, looks like she updated saying, "Ha! Finally someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. There are thousands of cameras pointing to a target and the Big Bang still happens. I haven't laughed like this for ages. What now, Miss Delacroix? What now?" Is that how you pronounce it? I probably mispronounced it. Really, Cassie? You laugh at people being killed? Are you out of your mind? I like this Jake guy. You need to hang out with Jake more often, Cassie. You really should. Because it looks like he's got a good head on his shoulders while you're completely being rebellious and acting like a goddamn teenager even though you're like over 20. Like, Jesus. Alright. So here's what we can choose. We can either say that she sees the assault justified for showing the futility of the surveillance, or we can say that she has an adverse attitude towards violence. Normally, I would say that since the other information is newer, she's okay with violence. But what we also know, but we don't include, is the fact that she is on a medicine called Methorin, produced by her parents. And Methorin is an antidepressant that helps stabilize her emotions. When her emotions run high, she does stupid shit. So if you ask me, she's just doing stupid shit, and bombing the place doesn't look like some typical teenage-ish stupid shit she would do. But for the sake of achievement hunting, I'm going to include that she was peaceful. Which does give you the whole, like, oh, you know, she's not rebellious whatsoever. In my first playthrough, I did show the rebellious side. I showed the fact she was on Methorin. I basically made her out like, oh, yeah, she's definitely dangerous, for sure. And in a way, that not only affected that, you know, that not only got me that achievement, but later on, I was able to avert the catastrophe, which I will tell you guys how to do. But I kind of want to get the achievement by allowing the catastrophe to happen, so I'm not gonna do a good job and show that she's a terrorist. I'm gonna make her out like this peaceful little protester who has done nothing wrong except knocks this officer's lights out. And maybe, just maybe, that's how I get the catastrophe to happen. I'm not sure. Okay, so here she is talking to Juliet. Okay, mentioning the post on timelines. Really shouldn't write something like that. Really, Jules? You're not gonna preach to me about this stupid post, are you? Yes, bitch, I am, because that's fucking stupid. It's like, it's nothing. Complete lie. Complete lie. Yeah. It's like, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I'm fine. I'm perfectly okay. And it's obvious they're not okay. That means they're not fucking okay. And to let steam off, you know? It's because of what happened, isn't it? Yeah, and lots of other shit today. This bombing stirred up all this crap again. You know, what I did? What happened there wasn't your fault. Both typing a good bit. Cassie, you hurt that officer to save me, and you succeeded. You mustn't forget about that. That was so great. How can it not have been my fault, Juliet? I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children because I lost it. Fuck. fuck. Okay. She's kind of having a mental breakdown right now. We can see that. And this Juliet girl, I like her. She's pretty level-headed. She's saying, hey, take down this post. It's pretty stupid. But my biggest question is, if you're so against surveillance, you're in this activist group because you hate surveillance, why the fuck would you share this compromising information online through this online chat thing? Like, come the fuck on. I don't think she's a terrorist because it looks to me like she's a fucking rookie. Because that's just dumb as shit. If you even suspect you're, being watched or something, you don't share this information out in the open. Like, come on. But anyways, so, either way, we see that Cassandra indeed injured the police officer. The case was closed due to a lack of evidence. Here's our evidence. We got a confession. She admits her guilt for having injured a police officer in a rage, or we say that she injured the police officer to protect Juliet. We can just do this because we want to show her peaceful side, because I'm trying to make the catastrophe happen, because I want an achievement for it. So I'm going to purposefully do a terrible job as the NSA. So, the intervention team is already on its way to arrest her because the case that was closed is now open again because we have new evidence that she did indeed injure this police officer, put him in a coma because she's a real OG. Oh, another chat session. Let's take a look. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. Yeah, bitch, you probably should. You kind of look and sound like an asshole in that post. It's not really a smart thing to do in general. You look like a terrorist, and even though you're probably not, because you didn't really send that song or whatever. Wait a second, somebody's at the door. BRB. Okay, I'll wait. How's your boyfriend? Somebody's at the door. Nah, she getting cuffed right now. Sorry, Jules. She's gone. Your friend's fucked. But hey, at least I made her out to be friendly. Only thing is, she did admit to a crime. Alright, though we have no proof she was involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. She is involved with this thought group that might have been involved with the bombing. So, we don't have enough to charge or hold her because we did not make her out to be a dangerous person. That is important in the next chapter, which I will proceed to show you. Oh damn. So we gotta look at the news, and 2 dead after second explosion. Well, on the bright side, we know for sure that the assaults for sure are connected. We also know definitely that this Cassandra Watergate person had nothing to do with the bombing because we just had her. We arrested her, and then this shit blew up. So yeah, she didn't do it. That, and I just think she's too much of a fucking rookie. So, nah. Definitely not her. Alright, so we got just about all the information that we needed. We were able to kind of get a little bit of a networking web of all the people she's been involved with, such as her parents, her ex-friend, her boyfriend, there's her 2 friends in the activist group, and the guy that accepted her into the activist group. So, this has been pretty interesting information we found so far, and we made her out to be a not dangerous person, so we'll have to see how this affects the next chapter. So all we do is just log out, and we learn the following. That she has been criminally charged with the injury of a police officer at a past protest at the Freedom Plaza where shit blew up just now. She is an artist after quitting her day job as a junior COO of her parents' pharmaceutical company. Her criminal case was closed due to a lack of evidence. We arrested her because we're going to open that case back up because we have evidence that she confessed because we stalked her Facebook messages, essentially. Totally ethical, at least in this game, because we're Big Brother, and we're watching, and we're all over this shit like crazy. she seems to have undergone a radical change after she joined the activist group Thought. At least that much seems to be evident between her and her friend who used to be a thing and now they're not. And it looks like she did the injury out of self-defense. So that's interesting. So, I'm gonna do the next day, but I'm gonna do that in another video to kind of give you guys a break and do this one step at a time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Jesus, for entertaining me and watching this with